In Salem, surfacing at the worst possible times, especially when love, betrayal, and misunderstanding are involved. Such is the case for Jada Hunter, whose hidden truth involving a passionate moment with Sean Brady is poised to rock her fragile relationship with Rafe Hernandez to its core. For weeks, Jada struggled silently with the weight of her guilt, haunted by memories of a steamy evening spent with Sean on Stephanie Johnson's living room couch. It was a mistake born from deep pain and profound confusion after her disastrous wedding to Rafe, where deception by an imposter named Arnold Feniger shattered her world. Arnold, pretending to be Rafe, not only humiliated Jada publicly at their wedding but also threatened her professional reputation and destroyed the trust they had painstakingly built. Feeling abandoned and betrayed, Jada had sought solace and comfort in the arms of Sean Brady, who himself was navigating his own turbulent emotions. On the March 11th episode of Days of Our Lives, tensions reached new heights when Rafe confronted Jada, desperate to understand how deeply Arnold's impersonation had affected their lives. His questions were direct yet hesitant, the fear in his voice betraying the calm demeanor he tried to maintain. He asked carefully about the extent of Arnold's deception, clearly dreading what the answers might reveal. Did you ever sleep in the same bed with Arnold? Rafe's voice was barely above a whisper, betraying the vulnerability beneath his hardened exterior. No, Jada answered firmly, her tone offering immediate relief. Seeing the flicker of hope return to Rafe's eyes, Jada felt a pang of deep remorse. She recognized how much the thought of her being intimate with someone else, even unintentionally, hurt him. Yet, despite knowing this was the moment to lay bare her secret, fear took hold, and she held back the most damaging truth of all. Instead, she quietly confessed only to sharing a kiss with Arnold. Jada rationalized her silence by convincing herself that telling Rafe about Sean would break him completely, irrevocably damaging any chance they had at rebuilding trust. After all, hadn't they both suffered enough? Unbeknownst to Jada, the decision to conceal the full truth would soon become her greatest mistake. Salem, a town notorious for whispered secrets and unintended revelations, was not a place where anything remained hidden forever. Eventually, word would leak, or worse, someone would witness something that would spark scandalous gossip. Indeed, Days of Our Lives spoilers tease that Jada's secret encounter with Sean Brady will not remain hidden for long. As always, when secrets are kept, suspicion grows, creating distance even where closeness is desperately sought. Rafe, deeply intuitive despite his tough exterior, senses that Jada is withholding more than she admits. The subtle changes in her demeanor, the guarded looks, and the sudden silences between them fuel his suspicions, planting seeds of doubt in his heart. When the truth ultimately comes crashing down around Jada, the fallout will be catastrophic. It won't simply be the revelation itself but the fact that she concealed it from Rafe that will inflict the deepest wounds. To Rafe, trust had always been the foundation of their love, a fragile yet sacred bond they swore never to break. Why did you lie to me? Rafe's voice will tremble with a mix of anger, pain, and disbelief, the 6 devastating words that will echo in Jada's ears long after they're spoken. Those words symbolize a profound loss, the fracturing of something precious between them, something perhaps irreparable. Yet, Rafe is also a man who understands human vulnerability and weakness. Had Jada been truthful from the start, Rafe would likely have found a way to forgive and move forward, recognizing the circumstances that pushed her into Sean's arms. His compassion and deep love for her might have paved the way to reconciliation. But now, Jada faces the hardest test of her life, explaining her reasons for silence, trying desperately to salvage the relationship she once saw as unbreakable. She will be forced to relive those painful memories, to defend choices made in anguish, and to face the harsh reality of her actions' consequences. In the coming weeks on Days of Our Lives, viewers will witness intense confrontations, tearful admissions, and perhaps even the collapse of relationships thought too strong to break. Fans will watch as Jada, racked by guilt and regret, fights to prove that love can survive betrayal, even when trust has been brutally shaken. Yet, viewers must also brace themselves for the emotional roller coaster ahead. The revelation will trigger heartbreak not only for Rafe and Jada but for Sean Brady as well, who will inevitably find himself at the heart of controversy, deeply remorseful for his role in the turmoil. Will Rafe find it in his heart to forgive Jada? Will their love be strong enough to weather the devastating storm of betrayal and dishonesty? Or will the painful revelation mark the end of a once promising romance, proving once again that in Salem, secrets left buried have a devastating way of coming to light? In a gripping episode of Days of Our Lives, airing Tuesday, March 11, 2025, chaos erupts in Ava's room, sending shockwaves through the already complicated lives of Ava Vitale, Brady Black, Kristen DiMera, and young Rachel Black. The scene unfolds dramatically, leaving viewers on the edge of their seats as tensions boil over into an intense confrontation. As the episode begins, the peace in Ava's room is shattered and a furious argument breaks out between Ava, Brady, Kristen, and Rachel. Emotions flare, voices rise, and accusations fly. Kristen is frantic, aware that any police involvement could jeopardize her already precarious hold over her daughter, Rachel. When Ava reaches for the phone to call the authorities, Kristen desperately pulls her mother away, pleading with Brady to step in and control the escalating crisis. Brady, caught between loyalty to his daughter and his growing affection for Ava, struggles momentarily before making a choice. He firmly stops Ava from chasing after Kristen and Rachel, intensifying Ava's anger and frustration. Ava, deeply shaken and nursing a cut on her hand from the chaotic struggle, cannot fathom Brady's protective stance towards Rachel Blake, whose reckless actions have put Ava's life directly in danger. "Why are you protecting them, Brady?" Ava demands, her voice trembling with anger and disbelief. Brady's eyes reflect both fear and regret as he responds, his voice barely above a whisper, "Because if we involve the police, I risk losing Rachel forever. Child Protective Services will get involved, and I can't bear to lose my daughter." Ava shakes her head, exasperated by Brady's reasoning. She firmly asserts that Rachel Blake's actions are criminal and insists vehemently, "This has nothing to do with your Rachel, Brady. Your daughter isn't at fault. It's Kristen and her mother who have endangered my life." Brady, however, is unconvinced. The connection between the crime and his family is tangled, a web too risky to unravel. His greatest fear is that Kristen's mother, if taken into custody, might reveal damning information that could tear Rachel from his life permanently. He pleads with Ava, desperation coloring his words, "Ava, please. I can't let you go to the police. Not now." Ava stares at Brady, hurt and stunned. Her vulnerability turns to resolve as she processes the harsh truth, her safety seems secondary to his parental concerns. "So, you want me to let Kristen go again? Just turn the other cheek and pretend this didn't happen?" Her voice breaks slightly, betraying deep emotional pain beneath her anger. Brady, feeling the weight of her words, gently takes Ava's injured hand, carefully bandaging her wound as a symbol of his genuine care. Yet Ava remains firm, her heart aching with the reality of her predicament. "Brady, my life is in danger. Rachel Blake is out of control, Kristen's influence is toxic, and no one can seem to stop either of them." Feeling trapped between duty and desire, Brady acknowledges Ava's fears but begs for patience and understanding. "I'll make sure nothing like this happens again, Ava. I promise Rachel Blake won't hurt you again. You're not alone in this, I care about you deeply." Despite Brady's heartfelt words, Ava pulls her hand away, visibly shaken yet resolute. "I can't rely on promises anymore, Brady. Not when it's my life on the line." She turns away, her eyes glistening with unshed tears as she steadies her voice. "I need some space, some time to think clearly about how I'm going to protect myself." Brady, sensing the gravity of the moment, reluctantly nods in understanding, sadness filling his eyes. "Can I call you later?" he asks softly, seeking assurance amid the turmoil. Ava shrugs, a faint, weary smile crossing her face. "I'll be here," she replies softly, her tone reflecting resignation more than hope. Brady, torn and remorseful, moves toward the door, turning once more to offer a sincere apology. "Ava, please believe me, I don't want to lose you." With a heavy heart, Ava gently closes the door behind Brady, locking it with determination. Alone now, the weight of isolation and vulnerability presses down upon her. Ava leans against the door, drawing a deep, trembling breath as she grapples with her reality. Her mind races with strategies for survival, knowing deep down that the battle ahead requires strength, courage, and perhaps actions she never anticipated taking. As the camera slowly pulls away, viewers are left with a poignant image of Ava standing alone, her strength and resilience challenged but not broken. The dramatic conclusion leaves audiences anxious to see how Ava will navigate the treacherous waters ahead, and whether Brady's promises hold any truth or if Ava will ultimately face this peril alone.